was on the line or out. It was plumb on the line.
Replay point.
The point will be replayed because Barty had made the shot.
Advantage Barty.
Very big hold for Ash Barty. Had to say 4 break points. And when you consider what happened at the back end of the previous set, digs in.
Second set.
First game in 4 for the world number 1. She edges in front in the second set. But as I said earlier, there were plenty of things to work on moving into set 2 for Barty. Those unforced errors really the big problem there for Barty. 23 of them in that first set, but also the highest first serve percentage compared to what she can usually get up to. It's okay, but she really struggled behind that second serve, winning just 33% of the points. A lot of the credit there has to go to the player in your picture because she was super aggressive, got inside the baseline, took that second serve return nice and early. That got her on top of a lot of points. Second serve statistics for GAUFF. First serve percentage 60%, no double faults. She won 57% of points behind the second serve in that opening set. So coming into the season, as I say, many people would have been looking at the second serve for GAUFF, the forehand as well. Both of those shots has held up very well so far today. Heavy topspin, just kicking the ball off the court, getting GAUFF off the court, which is tough to do.
30-15.
Positive movement up the court as well from the Australian. Talking about that second serve percentage, points won for GAUFF. It was nice and high in the previous match as well. She won 57% of points there too against Cori. Serve doing the damage there along with the forehand. It's about the confidence she exudes on the court, but also in the press conference. How self-assured she is for someone so young. So much of that has come from her parents. Talked recently about how her dad told her she could be the greatest tennis player ever at the age of 8. So much about the talent of Coco Gauff in terms of that athleticism, also her mindset, a reading of the game, ability to play with different spins and speeds, ways you can come forward. Work ethic as well, on and off the court, has always been exceptional. So for many, it was just ironing out a couple of technical hitches on the forehand and on the second serve. So far, so good with what we've seen in 2022 from the American. As we see lots of fans waiting to come in. The early WTA tournaments in this country, always so well attended, always such a buzz at the start of the year. They do love their tennis and their sport. Might have been going wide the return, but Barty deciding to make sure of it.
14-15.
In her own hands. If in doubt, play it out. Oh, it's a wonderful return. Onto it in a flash from Coco Gauff. Serve then so far in set 2. Barty leads 2-1. Crowd getting more and more into this one. It is filling up more and more. Centre court. They've produced some wonderful tennis players throughout the years, Adelaide. So Alicia Molik, Leighton Hewitt, Mark Woodford.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, take your suites as quick as you can. Thank you.
So they are used to seeing top talent. They're enjoying watching Barty as she tries to fight back.
left. 30 love.
Enough on the approach on that occasion.
30-15.
Absolutely lives every moment, doesn't he, Cori? So yeah, has actually joked saying when they moved to Atlanta, they became a no-income family rather than a single-income family. About the fact that both he and his wife Candy gave up their jobs to support Coco GAUFF. She's often talked about how much she is very much aware of the commitment and the sacrifice both of her parents have made for her career, which inspires her. She grew up in Delray Beach before moving to Atlanta and then moving back to Delray Beach to focus on her tennis. Homeschooled her on the road. We're protecting the second serve for Barty is to get the first serve percentage to go up. She's done that in this second set. It's at 68% now. Just putting a bit more security on the ball. And again, it's another fine return from GAUFF. Right back to Barty's feet. Here we go again, another break point for the 17-year-old. And there is the break. As the hole gets deeper for the world number one. GAUFF is first to strike in set 2 and leads by 3 games to 2.
Time.
What an opportunity this is then for Coco Gauff. Of course, these two have met once before, and Gauff was the victor, but it was via retirement for Barty. Chance to beat the world number one properly. Was on the clay in the quarterfinals of Rome last year. Barty was 6-4, 2-1 up before she had to retire with a right arm injury. We've seen a few upsets, not only today but throughout the week. We've got the biggest upset of the lot happening right here. It's dependent on whether you view this as the biggest upset, because Gauff having come through a round already, a bit more match tight than Barty, and all that time off, and of course being the world number 22, and the talent that she is, I don't think people would have maybe viewed this as the biggest upset. Number one doesn't lose very often, only lost 8 times in 2021. Crowd trying to get her going here. Brilliant tennis from Gauff. She's manoeuvring Barty one way then the other, going back in behind. Backs up the break for a 4-2 lead. Finish line now very much in sight. This was a stunning draw. It was initially made. Section of the draw, I'd say a little more open than others. You know, this one of the match between Tomljanovic and Sofia Kenin, which will happen tomorrow. So there'll be another day off for both of these players, or whoever comes through this one. New balls here for Barty. 2-4. ending with an unforced error. Generally, he's been pretty calm, Barty. Saw matches which he did lose in 2021 where he showed signs of frustration. Haven't seen much of that today. It's an audacious forehand winner from Barty. Took it so early. It just shows you it's not about how hard you swing, how fast you swing. It's often all about timing. And that was wonderful timing from the world number one. Very quick to apologise, Goff. This hit return. No real reaction after missing the ball. Talked about trying to enjoy the process of finding a groove, Barty, and so maybe accepting that there were going to be these sort of errors today. But there's a few too many of them right now. Goff with another break point. It's a fine combination. Hanging on right now is the world number one. Serving her way out of trouble. Is that the turning point for Ashleigh BARTY? 1 point away from going a double breakdown. Survives and keeps it to just a single break. Goff, though, leading 4-3 second set. It's a very big game for Coco Gauff. So often we talk about it in tennis. The player has the chance to go double break up. They don't take that chance, then often it's the next game that can prove costly. Four-3. Barty will know just how big a win this would be for her opponent. So she might just do what she does best and mix up the spins and the speeds and try and get Gauff out of her rhythm. Maybe not go for too much. Wait for the right ball. bit heavy-handed with the drop shot on that occasion, Gauff. Listen to the noise. Exquisite. Got on top of the rally early and never let go. Barty breaks back. How many times have you seen that? A player on the ropes, in danger of going a double breakdown. They survive that game and then break back in the next game, and now it's anyone's set. Perhaps just a few nerves there from Gauff, but it was an exceptional game from Barty to get her back to level pegging.
Thank you.
Forehand that generally missed for Barty in this match. 45th unforced error. It's a fine combination. Holding back. It's the same pattern though, isn't it? Throughout this whole match. Misses a forehand and makes one. Confident hold, and all of a sudden the momentum is with the Australian. 3 games in a row, and now a game away from taking us the distance. That scoreboard isn't right. Barty leads 5-4. all along. She's stayed calm despite all the unforced errors. Has found a way to turn this set around. So now it's GAUFF serving to stay in it at 4-5.
Miss GAUFF is challenged with call on the right far sideline. The ball was called out.
Called out, but it's plumb on the line. Perfect start.
15
to a very important game. Heard that much either from GAUFF, something that she said she has been working on. Superb from Barty.
13-15.
She's making it look so easy. She moved up the court. Very good serve.
14-15.
Cutting the ball away from Barty. Off forward, just couldn't control the forehand, and GAUFF survives. Stops the rock too. So now it's 5-all in this second set. Call this one if you can. Just a little shake of the head there from the Australian. Technically lost her first match of the year in Adelaide, although it was an exhibition encounter against Simona Halep. Before going on to win the Yarra Valley Classic. Lost in the first round here last year as well at the official tournament, the Adelaide International. Hard to avoid that same fate. I say first round, of course, first match. With the bye last year as well as this year. First round. Right into the corner, and that's good sportsmanship, isn't it? From GAUFF. Applauding the shot. It's a rarity. Haven't seen too many of those sort of games from Ashleigh BARTY. tonight. A love service hold, and what a time to find it. Gives herself a bit more momentum. Once again, a game away, taking us into a third set. Lead 6-5 now. So for the second time coming out to serve to stay in the set, Coco GAUFF. This time at 5-6. Couple of wondrous forehands from Barty. Talked about GAUFF doing that so well in the first set, being positive off the second serve return. Now it's Barty's turn. 2 points away. Timing the second serve return on that occasion, but again the second serve holding up well for GAUFF. Well, has she made that very late call? Barty thought it was long as well. Makes such a big point. GAUFF clearly feeling it's worth the challenge. I think she may be on the wrong side of this, though. It's rare that the umpire, line judge and player all get it wrong.
Juice. Miss GAUFF has 2 challenges remaining.
Whisker away from taking us into a second set tiebreak. Wow, it was so good from Barty. Really awkward slice to deal with for GAUFF. I think she might have been anticipating it just clipping the top of the net. It didn't. Wasn't able to secure the volley. And so here is a set point for the world number 1.
Left to serve.
Finds the baseline. And what a comeback from Ashleigh BARTY. She was on the ropes, a point away from being a double breakdown in this second set, but comes back swinging. Takes the second set 7-5 as we head to a decider.
Time.
Well, they're looking a lot happier than they were about 25 minutes ago, where Barty was in real trouble. It seemed to cut down the unforced errors. Maybe GAUFF got a little tight, having not been able to secure that double break lead.
Barty to serve.
Now you have to say it's Barty who's the favourite. One set shootout.
Love 15.
It is a net that just keeps on giving those dead net courts. Some might say it's supposed to be an Australian net. Found the forehand again in the nick of time. Beautifully controlled onto the line.
Let, first serve.
Once again, terrific footwork. Had to put on the brakes, pretty sharpish there. Barty did just that. So here's the first game of the final set. Goes on another 3-game run, so he's won 6 of the last 7 games. Barty didn't look likely. Probably would have been a little disappointed with the amount of unforced errors. 24 in total in that set. Majority of them came in the first half of the set. But as you can see there, was able to hit a lot more winners in the second set. Only hit 15 in the first, 26 in the second. So GAUFF has got to find a way here to regain the initiative. Maybe be a little more aggressive. We saw early on, GAUFF was getting to the net a lot. Back end of that set, didn't really see that happen as often. Decent first serve percentage, though, for the American.
Miss GAUFF is challenged with
Point to challenge.
Baseline. The ball was caught in.
Let's be confident about it. Gets it wrong. Maybe just shows you where the mindset is right now for GAUFF. Perhaps a bit fried. Really didn't do enough with the approach. First volley was tidy. She was always on the back foot, didn't get Barty on the stretch. It just feels like GAUFF's gone slightly into her shell. Look of concern from Cori. Frustrated with that. Knows that she has the momentum right now, Barty. Knows that GAUFF perhaps is struggling. To allow GAUFF back in.
Let, first serve.
Oh no, would you believe it? Just a bit of brain malfunction there from Barty. Someone of her caliber at the front of the court. It's a bit of a let-off for GAUFF there. Under real pressure, 15-30 down, but 3 unforced errors in a row from Barty. Now GAUFF to hold and to stop the rot. How significant could that game be come push to shove at the end of this set?
Long 15. Long 14.
It's strange, isn't it? Suddenly, it's just gone off the boil. This is perhaps what you might expect again. Someone who hasn't played much match tennis in the last few months.
15-13.
And that's tightness, consistency throughout a match. Just isn't quite there at the moment for Barty. Call in, and it's a good call. Just nicking the line.
30-all. Miss GAUFF has 1 challenge remaining.
This time it's Barty's turn to turn a game around. It is very hit and miss from the world number 1. After a streak of unforced errors, a few winners in a row to get herself back in front in set 3. Still very tough to tell which way this match is going to turn next. There's been a few twists and turns in it. On serve, and he's deciding set 1-2. Forehand overall has held up pretty well today for Coco Gauff, but a couple of misses in a row. Even though, talk about Barty and the length of time she's had away from the sport with regards to competitive tennis, still players of all types will be trying to find their rhythm as well early on in the season.
False.
Long. Three forehand errors in a row. Just when we thought the level was probably going to go up, particularly with the way Barty finished that second set. It's been a bit of a scrappy start to this third set. Barty 2 from 6 on the break points. 3 more here for the Australian. Game that I think Gauff would sooner forget. No reaction from the American. Just don't think she's probably shaken off the tension and what happened in that second set yet. Bit of a gift of a game. And Barty gets the first break in set 3. Just trying to bounce around on the toes. That shows maybe just trying to get rid of that nervous energy. Wonder whether that's the way forward for Gauff, just to have a bit more of a swing, positively get herself forward. She came forward in the first set 21 times. 14 times in the second set. When you consider the second set had 4 more games than the first, shows you how she hasn't been allowed to come forward as much. In fact, I've read my statistics horribly wrong there. I didn't think she'd come to the net as many as 14 times in that second set. First set, Gauff came to the net and won the point 10 out of 14 times. Second set, 0 from 4. She's 1 from 3 this set. Get inside the baseline now. I don't think that's a bad tactic, but it was a decent deep serve from Barty. Tidy tennis from Ashleigh BARTY, who backs up the break with ease and has a healthy lead in this deciding set. Leads by 4 games to 1.
BARTY leads 4 games to 1.
some turnaround. One of the last 11 games have gone Barty's way. Can she ride the momentum all the way into the quarterfinals? Again, she's not having the success when coming forward. Of course, the temperature has dropped as night has fallen. So maybe not playing as quick as before. For me, just not doing as much as she was in that first set when approaching the net. Not quite as much conviction there. Beautifully timed. Quality ball striking from Coco Gauff.
30-all.
Into position really well. They're brushing up the back of the ball. Herself nice and low to deal with the slice backhand. Challenged by Barty. Did look a little long. So, almost in a situation here where she's between a rock and a hard place, has to be more aggressive, so has to try and hit closer to the lines when she is coming forward, but that can lead to overcooking it, as she did there.
30-40.
Well, she was in this sort of position herself in the second set, had a point for a double break lead. Now it's Barty's turn. Oh, yes. What a time to find that forehand. Gutsy tennis from Gauff. Her break point down to go for this sort of a shot. The risk is rewarded. And again, not enough on the approach. Barty picking Gauff off. It's another break point for the 25-year-old. that expression tells its own story. Just lost her way when it mattered most, Gauff. There's been some good, no doubt about that, in this performance, but rather faded as the match has continued. And Barty breaks, and now will serve for the match at 5-1. Nicely controlled from Gauff, and she has to stay positive here because she'll be well aware that Barty hasn't played a competitive match for such a long time. Closing out a match may be difficult, harder than it usually is for the Australian. Finds the baseline. It's a ripper this time from Gauff. A chance to get one of the breaks back straight away. Forward more. I mean, it's easy to say sat in the commentary box because Barty is just so good at keeping players back and mixing the spins and speeds and hitting with length, and I think her length has improved as the match has gone on. As has the serve, and a big factor. 58% in the first set, first serve percentage 69% second set, up in the mid-70s in this third set. Finds another ace, just a fourth ace of the match, which is pretty low considering how long this match has been. Special Barty combination that we have seen time and time again. And this time it provides the two-time Grand Slam champion with a match point. Ash Barty starts 2022 with a win. The Australian did it the hard way. Coco Gauff was a point away from a double break lead in the second set, having taken the first. But Barty, being the champion that she is, was able to find a way to fight back. It's a smile you just have to love. Delighting the Australian fans in Adelaide. The former champion makes it through to the quarterfinals, wins through 4-6, 7-5, 6-1 in 2 hours and 14 minutes. Certainly wasn't vintage, There will be areas of her game I'm sure she'll want to work on, in particular the amount of unforced errors she hit. At the end of the day, maybe a little bit of nerves from GAUFF as she was getting towards the finish line in that second set. Ended up costing her, because if you give the world #1 an inch, quite often she'll take a mile, and that's exactly what happened. There was some encouraging signs there though from GAUFF. She's serving well, only the one double fault. Forehand looked decent too. But she'll be a little disappointed, I'm sure, with how she sort of fell away in the encounter. As Barty really got better and better as the match went on. Said she was going to enjoy trying to find her groove early on this season. And certainly was finding her groove throughout that encounter.
Ash, congratulations. Ideal for you tonight, 2 hours and 12 minutes, or would you have liked it to have been a little bit quicker?
Yeah, this old body might be a little bit sore tomorrow morning, I think. No, look, it's great to come out here, and I mean, I felt like I played a pretty good quality match, considering it was the first match in a few months. And Coco played great. She forced me to hit a lot of balls tonight, and I felt like I got better and better as the match went on. So it was, yeah, it was nice to come out here and get some court time.
Fantastic. Give us, everybody here, you're a great champion, two-time Grand Slam winner now. You've been #1 in the world for a long time. People want to know what goes on in the mind of a champion. When you were down a set and 4-2 and in danger of losing your serve again, what's happening in your mind?
Yeah, I felt like I just wanted to be really clear on how I wanted to play, and I wanted to continue to play aggressive, keep looking for my forehand, and I felt like I probably went through a 10 or 15 minute period there where I just didn't execute on my forehand and just wasn't quite getting that momentum. And I felt like once you guys raised your voice a little bit at kind of 4-3, I think it was a lot of fun.
They're raising their voices again. You know, it's funny that you say that, because I was sitting right courtside watching the match, and you're so stoic during the match. You're very stone-faced. You don't give them a lot, but at the same time inside, obviously you hear what's going on, and that support makes a big difference for you. Yeah,
it does. Yeah, I mean, I'm not the type of person to give you guys a lot. I apologize, but I promise I love it. I promise I do. It's nice. It's felt like an eternity since I've been back playing at home, and I tell you what, it's so nice to hear so many kids out here and so many Australian accents, because you genuinely miss it when you're away. And we had a big stint away from home this year, so there's absolutely no place I'd rather be right now than here enjoying my time in Adelaide.
Well, everyone here is super excited that they're going to get to see you play more matches here. Congratulations on tonight, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Beauty. Thank you very much, guys. Enjoy TK.
Yeah, Brad Stein with the excellent questions there. And you could listen to Ash Barty all day, couldn't you? Well, I could anyway. Such a terrific ambassador for this sport. Always speaks so well, so intelligent, doesn't take herself too seriously either, and it's just great to hear her saying how happy she is to be back out on the tennis court. And, I think the tennis world is that much happier whenever Ash Barty's on the tennis court, particularly here in Australia with these fans in Adelaide who, as she said there, really helped her when she was very nearly a set and a double break down. Dodges the bullet though and survives to fight another day. Former champion here, of course, in 2020. How far will she go this time around? Able to escape what was a big scare. She'll be a little concerned with the 53 unforced errors. 25 winners, that improved as the match went on, and the serve improved as the match went on, and that probably was one of the big turning points in the encounter. GAUFF maybe getting a little bit tight towards the end. She'll look back at those missed opportunities. 3 from 15 on the break points. Break point conversion rate wasn't that bad, in fact, until she missed that break point to go that double break of serve up in the second set. So a match between two great people, great personalities, but more importantly, great tennis players, concludes. And what it all means is that Ashleigh BARTY moves through to the quarterfinals, where she will face the winner of the match, incidentally, of Alya Tomljanovic and Sophia Kenin, who will meet tomorrow. So BARTY will have a day off. I'm sure she'll spend it on the practice court, also getting the warm down, saying she's going to be a little bit stiff, of course, with that being the first match in a fair few months for BARTY. But it's a really mouth-watering section, isn't it? Azarenka Hon to come tomorrow, as will Fernandez Swiatek. It's going to be difficult for the organisers to select who's going to be in the night session tomorrow, but plenty to look forward to. But it's BARTY in the quarterfinals as we conclude another day's play here in Adelaide.